All right, welcome back to another episode of the Stitch Method. It's been a crazy 2 weeks, and I've had time to develop a new series that's coming. And before we get to this new series, we got to do this one, Phrasing Part 2. And if you haven't seen my Phrasing Part 1, go check that out because it deals with just learning how to get your fingers to do things differently in a basic pentatonic. Kind of opens up the mindset that if you trust in what you're doing, then you can kind of start walking a different path. But now we're going to get to something a little bit different with phrasing, which is melodies. And melodies can be anything from a basic melody to a guitar solo. And so this is going to help your phrasing in terms of the first phrasing video was about thinking about something to do physically and then doing it. And now the other half of phrasing is about coming up with something organically and then trying to execute it perfectly on the guitar, which is, in my opinion, what a true musician is. You know, we are learning how to understand this instrument and everything that goes into it, but if you want to be a musician, you have to make music. And making music is a fine dance between some theory and some organic impulses. And this is kind of dealing with the organic impulse nature of writing music. So, what the heck am I talking about? All right, so when I'm working with students and we want to start working on phrasing in this way, what I do is I would lay down a chord progression, and I'd find the key, and I would just play the scale for them so they could hear the scale of the key, and then I say, okay, sit and hum something, and they all look at me like, well, I have to sing? I'm like, well, no, you don't have to sing, but you just kind of, listen and hum something that goes with this. And it's really hard for them to do it because they're not used to singing, and finally get them coaxed to humming, and then we figure out what they hummed, and it happens to always go along with the chord progression. And then they have to figure out how to play it, not only note for note, but breath for breath. So let's start, and I'll show you what to do. So grab your guitars, and at the end of this video, there will be a contest. I'll grab this right now. There's going to be a contest, and I'll explain. You guys, anyone watching, can win the Nux Amp Simulator, brand new, all right? And it's a pretty awesome pedal. I'll link a description to it in the description box below. And the way it's going to work is I'm going to end up giving you guys a chord progression, and whoever can write the best melody to it, and it's going to be voted by thumbs up on the comments, I will mail it to you, the winner, gladly. And that's it. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so I have... I wrote, I don't know if you saw me and Sean Daniel writing music out of picking numbers out of a hat, but I kind of did the same thing. I have numbers of a chord progression. Let's see, I don't know if you can see them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That light is way too bright. But these are the chords, the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see those? Man, it's really blurry back here. Okay, and I'm going to get my Grateful Dead lunchbox. Okay, Grateful Dead lunchbox, which is... I don't use it. I'm going to throw these numbers in. It's totally empty, right? It's like a match trick. Boom, they're in. Now, the numbers I have in here, by the way, are the numbers 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. I'm not going to put the 3 chord in because the 3 chord is a very hard chord to actually start a song on. If I grab it, it's not going to be as good as I want it to be. Now, I'm going to shake it up. Okay. God, I feel like David Blaine right now. All right, and then I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to make a chord progression out of picking numbers out of a hat, out of a Grateful Dead box. So let's see. I'm not going to look. Let's see what his first number is. 6. Okay, 6. Can you see that? Man, it's so bright. 6. Damn. All right. Oh, I saw numbers. Let's shake. I'm going to pick 4 of them. 6. 2. We're off to a terrible start. Sorry. I can't find them. 6, 2. 4. 6, 2, and then there's either a 5 or a 1 left. Let's see. 6, 2, 4, and... sorry, I looked. Let's shake it up. And a 1. 6, 2, 4, 1. Oh my gosh. Okay, so here's what I mean. I'm going to pick the key of D because for some reason, I love songs in the key of D. I don't hear a song and go, oh my god, it's in the key of D. It's just when I hear a song, I'm like, oh my god, that's a great song, and I figure out it's in the key of D. So, in the key of D, we have the chords D, E minor, F sharp minor, G, A, B minor, and C sharp minor 7, or C sharp diminished. All right, so 6, 2, 4, 1. Was that it? 6, 4, 2, 1? I don't even know what it was. Let's just say 6. Oh my god. 6, 4, 2, 1. No, it was 6, 2, 4, 1. Here we go. All right, so 6, 2, 4, 1 in D. Let's see, B minor, right? And then 2, E minor. 4 would be a G. And then a 1 is a D. Oh, it's not that bad. Look at that. It's not that bad. Here we go. All right, so we have a 6, like 2, me just loop that really quickly. Here we go. 1, 2, and... Okay, so I have my little loop going of a 6-2-4-1 in the key of D. And we have B minor, E minor, G, and D. Now, I'm not going to touch my guitar, and this is what you have to do. You are not allowed to touch your guitar. And if this gets uncomfortable for either me or you, I'll cut this part short. But I'm going to sit and just kind of listen to it for a second, and I'm going to try and hum something that goes along with it. Let's see. Okay, so the first part I definitely heard a ba-da-da-boom. All right, so since we're in the key of D, I'm going to pick the D major scale. Let's say here, okay, 10th fret. All right, so and you guys should do this too. You're going to go 10, 12, 9, 10, 12, 9, 11, 12, and then 9, 11, 12, 10, 12, 9, 11. The notes are D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. And I totally heard like ba-da-da-boom. So let's figure it out. It's going to be, if you hum something that goes with the chord, with your chord progression, it's most likely like 92%, no, 99%, going to be in the key scale. So ba-da-dum. And then boom, boom, ba-da-da, ba-da-da, boom. Okay, so down to the E. So this is my first part. I heard this first, and then I figured it out as if you're learning someone else's song, okay? And I had... Okay, so let's get to the next part. No, not yet. It's not there yet. Okay, and then I like that. Okay, so I just had a simple... Okay, so I had is what I heard, and again, I can do this rather quickly, and so if you need to hum it and take your time. Anyway, so I have, let's see. Let's pull distortion on it. Okay, basically. Good. Now, I really don't care what those notes are right now. What I care about for you, and this is where it comes to phrasing, is do you have the ability to play the notes exactly as you hum them? And I do not mean the note, I mean the length. So if you write a melody that's like ba-da-dum-bum, you can hear those notes are strung together and there's no break. It's not... You hear this like... I'm going to turn that distortion off. Which one was on? Okay. You can hear... And it doesn't turn off when you hit it. Okay, so... So that whole line is smooth. So the way that you play smooth, and this is what this part of phrasing is about playing the note for exactly as long as you hummed it for. If I went bop 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 bum, I would play, but not. I hear ba da da boom, and there's a smoothness. Now, when it comes to phrasing, the ability to play notes is important, but the ability to hold a note and be smooth is 10 times more important. So, there is a basic melody that I created, and the reason we're talking about this with phrasing is because it came from here, and then you figure it out, and you have to execute it the exact manner. Now, when you're humming, and the most important thing is to hum along. I mean, hum along. You don't have to hum along like, but, you know, just enough for you to hear your vocal cords vibrating. And let me do it again with a totally different melody if I can shake it and show you. This one was smooth, like ba-da-da-boom, da-ba-boom, ba-bum-bum. You can see my fingers are down, they're holding the notes. And staying down, staying connected is the most important thing when learning how to play smooth, which is a part of phrasing. Totally is. So now let's see if I can come up with something totally different. And again, this is uncomfortable, I feel bad. But let's see what I can do. I'm going to try and come up with something staccato, like ba-ba-ba-ba. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I heard, let's see. Ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-bum-bum. It's kind of same kind of thing, but now I have this staccato, like bop. You can hear the shortness of that. Bop, bop. And that comes from, by the way, just touching the strings. Bop, bop. And then I had... So kind of the same melody, but you can hear the difference between and a staccato note. So this whole lesson on phrasing is about hearing something, humming it, and then getting it down on your guitar with the exact breath in which you created it, whether it's sustained or whether it's short. If it's sustained, you have to hold that note. You have to hold it, and you have to get to the next note smoothly. And usually, 9 times out of 10, the finger that plays on the left side of the scale, the nut side of the scale, here's this scale. Now, if I happen to play, the second I touch the strings, this first finger, the finger that's on the nut side, never really comes off. Even if I'm playing up here, even if I'm doing this, you want to stay away from this and coming off. Because if you have to come back, it's broken. But if you stay down, so the general rule of thumb to better your phrasing and get smooth is to whenever you're playing, the note, the finger that's on the left side of that, or the nut side of the scale, stays down no matter what. You can see right there. And that's how you get smooth. All right, so now it's your turn. I'm going to put the numbers back in the box, all right? And we're going to create a whole new chord progression. And this is the chord progression that you guys are going to write a melody over. And the way it works is, do not write this with your fingers. You do not write this with your fingers. You write this with your heart, your mind. You listen to the chord progression. I'll make a loop of it in like basic GarageBand, link it below. And then what you're going to do is you're going to create a melody, and you're going to need to like put it up on YouTube somehow, whether it's GarageBand, somehow. If you need help, ask a friend. But you need to get a link, and you're going to put the link in the description of this video or as a comment. Now, when the comments come in with links, they get spammed, but I'll go right to my spam folder, and I will release them as a valid comment. And then you guys vote, and we'll have about 2 months of doing this, okay? We'll probably do it for 2 months. I know it's like, but I want that pedal now. But it's not fair, because some people are going to see this a little later. All right, so you have 2 months to create a basic melody. And I'm looking for something, actually, maybe smooth and staccato, all right? Show off the ability to be smooth, to break those notes. And I'm telling you right now, I don't mean to sound cocky, but I can tell. I can tell if you wrote it with your fingers. Don't put your hands on the guitar. I can tell because the physical movement of the guitar is very, very similar. So write it with your head and then translate it. Here we go. Sorry, I'm not looking. First number is 4. Can you see that? It's like so white. It's like a white snowflake. All right, here we go. And then next number, 4, 1. I'm putting these in order this time. All right, 4, 1. What is that? What is this? Jeez, 6. You can't even see it. I'm just holding a white piece of paper to you, but it's a 6. I promise. All right, and then last one. How many pieces of paper? Okay, sorry, I couldn't find both of them. And 4, 1, 6, 5. Okay, 4, 1, 6, 5 in the key of D. Here is your progression. Let me see if I can write something with a cool kind of vibe. Let's see, in the key of D. So it's going to be G, D, B minor, A. All right. It's like every song, actually. 4, 1, 6, 5, isn't it? Let's see. Do I like that? No, that's too standard. Give me 1 second. Like, better. Yeah, I like it. All right, so I will make a loop of that, and I'll put that into a video in the link below in case you need to hear it. The chords are G, 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 volume, D, 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 B minor, A, A, A. But that doesn't really matter. But just to let you know, if you need to get jump-started, you need to find, that's in the key of D, so you find a D major scale. You play that D major scale. You play it a couple times, get the notes into your head, just so you can kind of get a sonic barrier. And then you let go of the guitar. You put the guitar down, and then you watch that loop, and you sit and you hum. And you got to listen to whether or not you were elongating notes or bop short notes. And may the best melody and phrasing win. You'll win the Nux amp simulator, battery included, linked below so you can see the description of this awesome pedal. Thank you again for visiting the Stitch Method, and may the best person win. And if you don't win, you don't suck at all. We're gonna keep on trying at it, okay? And I just noticed last thing is the color of my shirt and my guitar is the same exact color as my pogo ball I had in the 1980s. Anyway, best of luck. Bye, guys.